found myself being pulled to him. It felt like the universe was pushing us together. So how could I not jump at this? We started off slow. I would ask him about what he would do for work, and he would tell me, that's not important right now. We clicked. We hit it off right away. He was adventurous, very outgoing, and he had to drag me along on his nightly romps. And I would follow, of course, like I'm his own personal little moon that orbits around him. I couldn't help myself as he made me feel things I had never felt before. It was like one of those romance novels my mom would leave out on the kitchen table. I would look through them slowly, drawn into the world of these girls who were swept off their feet by these men who were patient, emotional, strong. We moved in together after dating for a few months. It was a big choice for me, as I was used to staying with members of my family. I once couch surfed between cousins for a few years in college, so I thought that this wouldn't be any different. My mom and dad weren't happy, mostly because I didn't tell them. In fact, I hadn't really talked to them lately since I started this relationship. My boyfriend told me that parents would always disapprove of our life choices, and I had to learn to be my own person. It was a terrifying choice, I'll admit, but he was right. So I pushed them away. I ignored them. It was easier than I'd like to admit. My boyfriend was there, making me feel like I had a son to myself. I knew I could count on him. He would have my best interests at heart. I could push everything away and just focus on us. Do you ever wonder what it's like drifting out there into deep space? I read somewhere that it's not the cold that'll kill you, but the lack of air. Asphyxiate when it's not there. With the time I had to really look into our relationship, I noticed that maybe we weren't really good for each other. When I tried to ask him a few things about us, we would just reach out and love being in his orbit. But I started to think that I might be trapped in it. I tried testing it out, seeing how far away I could step away. I went out on a little day trip just by myself. I left him a note letting him know I'd be back home later. And I'll admit, I was pretty bad for doing this. He tried calling me throughout the day, and I ignored him. And I couldn't remember the last time I felt so relaxed. I went down to the beach and just walked along the shore. Went out and discovered this cute little art exhibit featuring Impressionist artwork. I used to like making art. It's my one escape from the anxieties of the daily grind. The one place where I controlled everything. I could make a painting or a sculpture as complicated or as simple as I wanted. It didn't matter that no one would see it because I made it for myself. The only thing that was really mine. When I got with my boyfriend, I was so happy to share with him what I'd created before, that I finally had someone I could just share my passion with. He was the first person I showed my artwork to. I can't tell you how excited I was. I stopped making things a few weeks later. Whenever I looked at the canvas, I couldn't find any reason to draw. And for the longest time, I thought there was something wrong with me, or maybe I just lost the knack, or that I never had it to begin with. This all came back to me as I stood in that art gallery, and I cried so hard that the artist came over to help me. The truth was that things hadn't been right for a long time, and now I was scared of what would happen if I tried to change things. But I had to do it. I had to break free from this pull and throw myself into the vast unknown of space. When it finally happened, it was violent, explosive. He turned into a black hole and tried to drag me down with him. But I was able to cut myself free. And I had nothing afterwards. He took it all, and I had to start fixing the connections that I destroyed. I was alone and set adrift. Yet I was able to pick up my brush and I drew for the first time in months. It was a mess, like colors all smudged together, but I created what I needed. Limitless gravity. Gravity couldn't find me ever again.